Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. What did American Idol judge Carrie Underwood say in private to this season's winner, Jamal Roberts? Lionel Richie and Luke Bryan were clearly emotional as he was named as the winner against John Foster. So, what did Carrie say? Keep reading for more information. It was a long season of American Idol, with plenty of newness and excitement. Carrie Underwood, the Season 4 champion, came in to replace Katy Perry, which was a questionable decision. Some supporters were ecstatic, while others were apprehensive about how she would perform. In addition, Jelly Roll joined the series as the first artist in residence. He was an excellent addition and worked tirelessly with the candidates to motivate them to the fullest extent possible. Finally, there were three finalists: Brianna Nix, Jamal Roberts, and John Foster. It came down to John and Jamal, and the latter won. American Idol ended up with an incredible performer, but what did Carrie Underwood say to him? She won Season 4, so she already knows what's ahead for Jamal and how he's feeling. After the conclusion, Carrie chatted privately with the father and PE teacher, offering words of wisdom and positivity for the finalists. With Jamal, John, and Brianna, I'm like, this is who the show is for. Everyone had modest Instagram followings or anything, but they hadn't been doing this for years. Jamal Roberts has an extremely bright future ahead of him. He has a large fan base from his time on American Idol and is eager to start his career. Carrie Underwood may return for Season 24, according to executive producer Megan Michaels. She enjoyed having Carrie as a judge, despite some criticism. However, admirers have remarked that they needed some time to warm up to Katy Perry. So, if Carrie does return, she may simply need some time to settle in. It had been a season unlike any other on American Idol. From the very first audition to the nail-biting finale, Season 23 carried with it a sense of transformation, of artists, of the judges' panel, and of the show itself. When Jamal Roberts, a high school PE teacher and father of three from Baltimore, was announced as the winner, the confetti rained down, the audience roared, and the judges, Carrie Underwood, Lionel Richie, and Luke Bryan, rose to their feet. Lionel dabbed at his eyes with a handkerchief, overcome with emotion, while Luke clapped slowly, shaking his head in disbelief and pride. Carrie Underwood, however, stood still for a moment longer. Her eyes glistened, and a faint smile tugged at her lips, not just out of joy, but out of deep recognition. She saw something in Jamal she knew intimately, the moment where everything changes, where life breaks in half, before and after the win. After the cameras cut away, after the screams of Jamal's family faded into the shuffle of the crew resetting the stage, Carrie made her way quietly backstage. She was on a mission, one that transcended her role as a judge. She wanted to speak to Jamal. Not as Carrie Underwood, the global superstar, but as Carrie, a girl from Chakota who once stood in his shoes, terrified and hopeful and completely unprepared for what was next. Jamal, she said softly when she found him alone near the dressing room hallway, catching his breath and holding his trophy like he didn't quite believe it was real. He turned quickly, surprised to see her, but the warmth in her voice disarmed him. "You've got a minute?" "Of course," he said, swallowing hard. "For you?" "Always." She smiled and stepped closer. "I just wanted to say something. Just us. Because I know what this moment feels like. It's amazing, but it's also heavy." Jamal nodded, his eyes searching hers. "I keep thinking I'm gonna wake up." "You won't," she said with a small laugh. "But things will change fast. People will treat you differently. Opportunities will come flying at you. And you're gonna want to say yes to everything. But you have to remember who you are. That's your anchor." Carrie touched his shoulder, grounding him with the gesture. "I watched you this season. From the very first time you sang, I thought, this is someone who's not just here to sing. He's here to say something. And you did, every single week. You reminded people of why music matters. And that's rare. She paused, her tone more serious now. There are going to be critics. There always are. Even after I won, there were people who didn't believe I belonged. But I kept showing up. You have to keep showing up, Jamal. He blinked rapidly, trying not to cry. Thank you. That means more than you know. No, thank you, she said. This is what the show is for. You, John, Brianna, you're what Idol was always meant to find. Real people with real voices and real stories. You're going to be just fine. The story of Jelly Roll's dual appearance has now become a kind of folklore in Idol fandom, a curious, chaotic, and ultimately heartwarming example of how showbiz really works. It's a reminder that behind every performance is a web of logistics, compromises, and split-second decisions. It's also a tribute to how much one artist can matter to a show, even when he isn't physically present in the room. More importantly, the moment reinforced something deeper about American Idol itself. After over 2 decades on air, the show has evolved from a platform for pop stardom into something more soulful. It now functions as a crucible for real stories, for broken people made whole through music. And Jelly Roll, scarred, open-hearted, and endlessly driven, is the embodiment of that transformation. When the finale ended and the credits rolled, fans had their winner in Jamal Roberts. But in many ways, Jelly Roll emerged as a spiritual victor, too, a symbol of what the show is striving to become, not just a search for the next big star, but a celebration of those who've battled their demons and lived to sing about it. Billboard's Sarah Jenkins wrote, "Foster's runner-up finish may turn out to be the best thing that happened to him. He has the likability of Scotty McCreery, the heart of Chris Stapleton, and the drive of someone who knows this is just the first step." Radio stations across the country have begun playing clips of his finale performances. Tin Man has charted on iTunes. And his Spotify page, once bare, now boasts millions of monthly listeners. But perhaps what defines Foster most is his intention to use his platform for good. In a recent Q&A on Instagram Live, he revealed plans to start a foundation aimed at providing music lessons and equipment to underfunded schools in rural communities. "I know what it's like to want to sing but not have the resources," he said. "If I can help even one kid feel like their voice matters, then I'll have done something worthwhile." Fans responded with donations, volunteer offers, and emotional stories of their own childhood musical dreams. One fan wrote, "John, you've already given us so much. Now you're giving even more." In American Idol history, runners-up have often gone on to greater fame than winners. From Clay Aiken to Adam Lambert to Lauren Elena, second place has never been the end. For John Foster, it may well be the beginning of something transcendent. His rise is not just a story of talent, but of timing, belief, and connection. He entered American Idol hoping to share his voice. He exited with a mission to uplift others. Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and do not miss any update.